Like easy.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect. I have done. Guys, people are hungry sometimes. All right. So, when we're talking about recency, all right, in the last slide, on the very last thing, it says you cannot exercise your privileges unless you have these ones, right? So, what I'd like to do, I'd like to go through this one first, all right? So, make sure you write that down. This is highly important, right? I will tell you exactly what you do need to write down, though, right? So 6 months, you need to do 5 takeoff and landings, right? Yeah, for to carry passengers, right? You need to do in the past 6 months 5 takeoffs and landings. They will 100% ask you that on the flight test. Okay?
Oh. But if you don't do that, you just can't carry passengers?
Yes.
Then if you do 5 of the 5, then can you carry passengers again?
Yep. Okay. All right, so that is just the 6 months rule to begin with. If you didn't fly for 7 months, and here's an example, could you carry passengers? If you didn't fly for 5 months, could you carry passengers? Yeah. 5 months?
5, yes.
Yes, you could. Perfect. All right. Now we go to what if you didn't fly for 2 years? All right.
Was that last one, was it day or night as well? For the 6, like the last slide?
Yeah, it's the same for day or night. It doesn't matter. Okay. Good. So I don't want you guys to write the 12 months. 12 months is a mistake. There's nothing as 12 months anymore. All right. What I do want you to write down is the 24 months. Right. If you didn't fly for 24 months, just yourself, all right, you do have many, many options as to what you could do in order to fly again. All right. You could take a safety seminar, read the Transport Canada newsletter. I know it's kind of weird, right? All you guys need to write down is a flight review with instructor. Okay? That's the easiest thing you could remember. Yes, there's many options you could do, but just a flight review with an instructor. That's really all you need to do. Okay? Now, then you have your 5-year. Your license doesn't technically expire, right? But if you didn't fly for 5 years, you will have to do 2 things, which it's not mentioning here for some reason, right? The first thing you'll have to do is again a flight review, right? With an instructor, but also do a P-stop once again. All right, so write it down also for 5 years equal flights review and a P-stop. Oops. Okay, make sense, guys? They will ask you that on the exam. Whether or not it's on the written exam, possibly actually, but definitely on your flight list. Okay, so review questions. All right. Brody, you want to take this one first?
Airport has a certificate issued by the minister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aziz.
Does it? Aerodrome doesn't, right? But it's still like a licensed like aerodrome.
It's a registered.
Registered, yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't follow the Transport Canada rules though when it comes to lighting and such. Good. All right, Aziz, you want to take this next one? We just did that.
What is recent?
Recent. We just talked about it. So if you want to carry passengers, what do you have to do?
You have to like do a flight review with the instructor.
For passengers? 6 months.
Well, is this 6 months?
Yes.
Five tickets and 5 months.
Yes. Okay. So don't be confused, guys. All right. With passengers is only the 6 months. All right. The 2 years and the 5 years is actually for yourself.
Okay.
Okay. You see, good thing we're doing this.
Yeah.
Make sense, Christina?
If you didn't fly for like let's say for 24 months, like how can you carry the passengers if you like do the flight review with the instructor or no?
You still have to do 5 takeoff and landings. So
okay, so it's an additional requirement to carry passengers.
yes.
Okay.
So if in a flight review you did 5 takeoff and landings, that would count.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
But that's still yeah. Okay. All right. Continuing on, guys. Right. Explain that you must maintain a log of every flight described. What must be recorded in your logbook, right? So don't need to write it down really. Right. You have your own logbook. That's again, I prefer you guys to use an online logbook. Easier to calculate and do stuff. All right. And yeah, if you want to use paper, that's more than fine. What I would tell you to do first is write it all in pencil first. Once you have finished your flight test and your written exam and you're ready to grab your license, then count it correctly, calculate it correctly, and once everything is okay, do it in pen. Okay? I know one student, he is no longer here, but that specific student has about 5 logbooks. So he bought one, he did it all in pen, he fucked something up. Like, okay, no, that's it, I want to buy a new one. And then he did it all again 5 times. I'm like, buddy, go do it on the computer. All right, so you should definitely know that for your flight test, all right? They could ask you potentially, all right, so Zach, no, go ahead. But Zach, if for example, you are doing your flight test today and you pass and you get your license, what will that allow you to do? He could ask you that question. Make sense? And so all you need to tell him is single engine, non-high performance. They VFR. All right? You do need to know that. Okay. Good to go. Cool. And so the next part, what we're going to do here is called VFR over the top. All right. So no need to write anything about that. All right. That's the only thing there is actually on that slide. All right. VFR over the top is when you're flying, guys, and it's cloudy underneath, right? You can't see anything below you. So that means, right, because VFR is visual flight rules. You need to visually look at your ground. But so what happens if you can't?